Leader trader from TMAD here. It's Sunday, February 23rd, and we have our weekly recap. So let's look at the SPX. So we had levels that I gave you in the quant data last week, and those were 6100, 6050, 6025, and 6100 was risk off. So as you look at the 15-minute chart, we see what happened when we broke the risk off level, right? And I was here Friday. Basically from there we just retested back, and then we just went controlled sell-off until the power hour, and in power hour we kind of stayed flat, which is fine. And on Monday, what I'm expecting to happen are two following things. A, we are going to have a dip below the 50 moving average and then reverse and then go higher, and it will be a viable dip. Or we're gonna have a little gap up and then sell and then go probably lower into 59.75, and even 59.42 is my level on SPX, right? So we have NVIDIA earnings 226. We have core GDP on Thursday, core PCs on Friday, and Chicago PMI on Friday. So a lot of data again, and NVIDIA is gonna change a lot about the market. So we see, as I said, we have on SPY 598 and then 590 are my two levels where I'm looking at in this situation. If we break the yellow line, which is 100, then I would be worried, because then we most likely are going to continue somewhere into these levels, and 200 is really far from there. So then I would be really worried. I would probably be getting more delta neutral or slash negative. But for now, I just had my hedges. I got out of half of my VIX calls as I was posting. VIX had a nice bounce on Friday, so that was a perfect timing to get them the day before. And I still have my put spreads on SPY. I'm not going to get rid of those quite yet. So that's about it. What I'm going to do, my plan is truly just to look at the mega caps. Apple is not really on my radar. Amazon is one I want to get back into. I don't have any Amazon. I pretty much don't have many of those mega caps anymore. Besides Microsoft that I bought on Friday, no, Thursday. It's posted, guys. Look, this week 408. I got a little bit of this because it was holding really well. We had news, it went up, got rid of all the gains in a matter of one day. But again, I'm staying in Microsoft if it holds here, this level 404, 404, If it breaks that level, guys, I'm out, because then it's probably going down to 390. I don't want to be sitting and losing position. I like to do momentum trading, and even if I do position trades for a longer time, like months, I like to have a momentum to the upside, not just start failing everything on me immediately. All right, NVIDIA. So the three mega caps I would be interested to buy on this dip would be Amazon, Meta, and NVIDIA. All right. I'm not looking into buying Tesla. It's too hot for me. The stock is too crazy. All this stuff happening politically with Elon. I'm just not in the mood to hold this stock. Microsoft I have, as I said, and Google I sold puts 175 and 170. 175 is just like at the 200, so it's a big bounce spot. Amazon I will be looking into adding if we hold. I think we're going to retest 100 most likely and then go higher. I would like to then play that. If we get even lower, I would be bigger buyer. When it comes to NVIDIA, we have earnings, so it's really hard to say what's going to happen. I have NVIDIA in my 401k a little bit. Otherwise, I don't have any shorter term or position trades in NVIDIA. Tesla just looking terrible. Also, this is like really ugly chart. If it breaks this level, probably going to 320 and 300. So another names I'm looking at HIMS. As I said, they had some bad news on. They had bad news on some last week about the lobbying of Lily White not allowing them to sell the tirzepatide and Mounjaro. I'm not sure what the drugs are for diet, but there was some issue with that, which is not exactly great. And they also have earnings on Monday, so I'm after hours. So we'll see how it goes, what happens with earnings. If they're tanking even more, I might be a buyer. I have 35 puts, so let's see what happens on HIMS. But that's a fun one. If the earnings go well, you might play it then the day after. That's going to be on my radar this week. PLTR also, it was the perfect retest to 20. And also they had bad news, but you know how it works. The moment the market turns course and there is time for a little bit of sell-off or correction, the news suddenly turn all negative. So that's a great for me. I sold puts on a field here. I bought them back the same day. You guys saw that in the Discord. That was a nice income. I always trade how the market is, right? So this was definitely a heavy option trading week for me, and last week too. I do not buy too many short-term options. I'm selling them. I do spreads and I buy longer-term options. Works for me well. I do not want to be buying weeklies because honestly, with this kind of market, good luck. So that's another one I'm looking at. And as I said, Meta, Nvidia, and Amazon. So these are my stocks for this week. I've also had a horrible time. It sold off completely. It's filling the gap. I would be looking at this one here. If it gets to the level where was the past breakout, 374, that would be up. Right? I would have my setup here. That's how it's gonna look like. $10 stop and then hoping to go higher. And then CrowdStrike would be another one, which I was hoping for the breakout, didn't happen. We again are below 20, so if we go even lower and we bounce, I would be looking into entering this one. CrowdStrike has a really nice momentum and trend. That's it, friends. Have a good night. Ask me if you have any questions, and always pay attention to the quant data and charts and data, because we post the levels for you and you can kind of plan your trades and get out of positions in the worst case. If we keep plunging, as I said on SPY, we will see next week's. I will be really careful with playing, and don't buy the dips too quickly, because you know the dip can keep dipping. If you do buy the bounce and you have a very good risk to reward, take advantage of it. Have very tight stops, because if it's in a oversold condition, RSI is low, and we had a very powerful sell-off, and then there is a bounce, you want to play it, sure, but have your stop loss below the low of that day in case it fails. You don't want to be caught off guard and lose money. Just lose very small. All right, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.